How to use Teach a Student to Spell Level 4. Teach a Student to Spell is the follow-up workbook series to the Teach a Student to Read reading program, which strives to teach students accurate and complete information about the English spelling system. Level 4 consists of 36 spelling lists of 12 words each based on the most common words in English. The first goal of Level 4 is to teach more spellings of the most common English words in common free English bases. The second goal of Level 4 is to teach more English prefixes, suffixes, and spelling rules. The final 6 lists focus on bound bases. At the beginning of the workbook is an explanation of IPA notation. IPA is the International Phonetic Association alphabet. IPA is a standardized representation of speech sounds in written form. The workbook includes a guide to IPA for those unfamiliar with the notation. For example, the letter that looks like a C with a hook represents the initial consonant in heat and humid. Many dictionaries use IPA to show pronunciation, so learning IPA notation is another beneficial skill that comes from using the Teach a Student to Spell program. Each list begins with a statement of what is taught by the words in the list, followed by the word list. For example, List 1 focuses on the digraph EW, spelling oo and u. While using Teach a Student to Spell Level 4 with my students, I begin by reading the information at the beginning of each list aloud. For example, for List 2, I say to my student, "This list has words in which the letter T is zeroed or is an etymological marker." I then have the student read the words. We talk about the zeroed or etymological marker T in each word. We read any extra information about the spelling of a word together. For example, for the word whistle, WH is a digraph that spells wa. T is an etymological marker from the Old English huislian. The student then writes each word 3 times. Each list contains 5 activities. The student can complete 1 activity each of the 5 days of the week. The activities are not all about rote memorization. Activity 2 is about using the word in context. Activities 3 and 4 use word sums to expand morphological word families through suffixes and prefixes. Every word is made up of at least 1 morpheme. A word sum shows how a word is built. For example, whistle plus S is whistles. The S suffix attaches to the base whistle to form the plural noun and third-person singular verb whistles. Listen plus ER plus ship is listenership. The suffixes ER and SHIP attach to the base listen to form the noun listenership. Students also find the morphemes in complex words by writing word sums and learn to work with word sums that contain more than 2 morphemes. In addition to teaching common English suffixes and prefixes, Level 4 includes important spelling rules as well as 2-part word sums. Understanding that words consist of morphemes is essential to understanding the English spelling system. The final activity of each lesson is a test. I read each word aloud to my student, and my student writes the words down, drawing on their knowledge of the English spelling system. If my student misspells any of the words, they can review the missed words by practicing the spelling again. The primary function of English spelling is to represent meaning. Spelling is not just sounds written down. The spelling of a word reflects its meaning, parts, history, relatives, and finally sounds. Teach a Student to Spell Level 4 is the fourth follow-up workbook to the Teach a Student to Read reading program, which strives to teach students accurate and complete information about the English spelling system. Instead of only learning spelling through rote memorization, students will learn the reasons for the spellings of words, thus learning how the English writing system works.